Hello, today I'm going to go over finding outliers. So outliers in our data are the pieces of data that don't seem to really match. If you look at this graph right here, you have a nice scatter plot of data right down this line. But then there's one piece that doesn't match that pattern. Now, outliers can be errors, or outliers might just be legitimate data that is, for one reason or another, outside of the norm. That happens. But it's good to be able to identify those outliers because sometimes they're not clear. If we look at this, that's clearly the outlier, but it's not always clear. So I'm going to show you a mathematical way to determine what an outlier is in just a very simple set of data. All right, so I have all these problems here. I have a data set, and we're actually going to start with the second one, and we'll do the second and third. I have a data set here. The first thing I need to do with that is put it in order from smallest to largest. So if I look at this, negative 15 is my smallest, and then getting larger is negative 5, then 3, 4, 6, 13, 14, 18, 30, and 45. Let me make sure I've got, there's 10 numbers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now that I've got them in order, what we want to do is separate them in half. So I've got 5 numbers and 5 numbers, right? A total of 10. So just so I can visualize it, I'm going to put little brackets around these. First 5, and then here's the second 5. So I've got 2 evenly spaced sets of numbers. Now I'm going to take the middle number in each set, 3 and 18. The 3's right in the middle of this set, 18's right in the middle of this set. And I want to know the difference between them. So I'm going to take 18 minus 3. And again, this is what we're going to do every time, and that is 15. 18 minus 3. Now over here, this is what's going to be called our, it's the IQR, but here's the important thing. On this number, we have to take whatever we calculated as the difference, the 18 minus 3, so that's 15, and we're always going to multiply it by 1.5, okay? So whatever that number is, for this column, you're going to multiply it by 1.5. And if I do 15 times 1.5, I get 22.5. So now I want to figure out what my range is for my outliers. And I need this number, this 22.5, to figure out what the range is. So first I'm going to go back to this 3 here. And I'm going to say 3 minus 22.5. And if I do that, 3 minus 22.5 equals negative 19.5. So negative 19.5 is going to be my range to figure out the outlier on the left side, the lowest number. Now I got to figure out the highest number. So I take my 18 here, and I'm going to add 22.5. So remember, we subtracted 22.5 first, and on this one, we're adding 22.5. So 18 plus 22.5 equals 40.5. That's the higher part of our range. So I've got negative 19.5 and I've got 40.5. Anything outside of those two numbers, anything lower than negative 19.5 or higher than 40.5 is an outlier. Now, nothing's lower than 19.5, so I'm good there. No outliers on that side. Over here, 40.5, well, 45 is higher than this 40.5. So 45 is my outlier. Okay? This is my outliers here. I'm gonna do another one here so you can see it. We're gonna do the same setup. So I start with my low number 15, and then 64, 74, just putting these in order, 98, 100, 105, 170. That's all my numbers rearranged in numerical order. Now I can't split this one in half. There's 7 numbers here. So 98 is the middle number, so I can take these 3 and I can take those 3 here. So that'll work. 98's in the middle, but then I've got sets of 3 on the end. Okay, so I take the middle number of each of these sets, 64 and 105. 105 is the middle number here. And remember, I'm just going to subtract one from the other. 105 minus 64 equals, if I calculate that, it's 41. And over here, I'm going to have to take 41, multiply it by 1.5. Again, this is just giving me the range. This is what I need to do to find the range of my outliers. All right, so 41.5 times 1.5 is 61.5. Now, if you remember, I'm going back to this number line. I'm going to take the low number, 64. I'm going to subtract 61.5. And if I do that, I end up with 2.5. That's my low number on my outliers. And then for my high number, I'm going to take 105 here, and I'm going to add 61.5. Well, 105 plus 61.5 is 166.5. So this is our range. 2.5, 166.5. Is there anything outside of either one of those? Well, not on the low end, there's not, but on the high end, there is. So 170 is larger than 166.5, so my outlier is this 170. Okay, I hope this helps. Try and do the rest of these. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.